What's going on, YouTube? Coming back at you with another video. Okay, so this is super exclusive. I got the equivalent basically of transcripts from the TEKASHI 6IX9INE court case where he started his snitching today. And this is crazy. There's a lot of interesting stuff in here. There's actually a lot of info. We're not going to go through everything because it's just overwhelming. But we're going to go through some of this. Basically, they started by calling Daniel Hernandez to the stand. They swore him in. They asked him questions. Where were you born? How far did you go in school? When did you start living in federal custody? When did you start cooperating? They asked him, were you a member of a gang? He said, yes, the 9 Trey Bloods. What sorts of things did 9 Trey do? TEKASHI said robberies, assaults, and drugs. He was asked, does he recognize anyone in the court? TEKASHI then said Anthony Ellison has a gray suit on, Mac has a brown suit on, and those are the 2 alleged kidnappers. So he's pointing them out. He's saying who they are. They basically ran through some of his youth, asking him where he went to school, when did he start working, things like that. TEKASHI ran through, his life story basically. Then they asked him about being initiated into 9 Trey. He said, this is 6IX9INE. He said, to be initiated, you had to do work, like cutting someone's face. This is the prosecutor, Mr. Hernandez. But you were not initiated, right? He said, right. I just had to keep making hits and giving financial support to the gang, equipping with guns, so they could buy guns. So what did you get from 9 Trey? I would say my career, credibility, protection, all of the above. Treyway was something what we could market. Could you demonstrate the handshake? TEKASHI, he said, I need 2 people, but then he basically was on the stand, shaking hands with himself, standing up so the jury could see. They asked him, who taught you that? He said, I'm doing it with Shotty a lot. The 9 with your index finger and your thumb, Nuke taught me. He said, I think I was just getting the hang of it. We show up at a strip club in Brooklyn, Angel Strip Club. I don't want to be quoted. I wasn't making the sign right. He pulled me to the side. Yo, if you're going to be 9 Trey, you have to make the sign right. They asked him, did you ever see Mr. Ellison make the sign? Yes. Then they played some of his music videos. They played Gummo and Kuda. They asked Mr. Hernandez if you could identify the people in the photograph. So they showed him a picture. He started naming people. He named Mel Murder. He said, I don't know who the guy in the LA hat is, or I don't know the guy in the LA hat, and what is Mel Murder wearing? He said Cincinnati Reds. He's the godfather of the 9 Trey Bloods, aka Mel Matrix. They asked him, does 9 Trey have a leadership structure? Yes. There was a street lineup and a prison lineup. How did the prison lineup work? My understanding is that with the prison lineup, there was a higher up to get anything sanctioned on the street. They called an objection. It was overruled. 6IX9INE said he spoke to Frank White and Magoo, who are allegedly these leaders basically in prison. They say, this is what 6IX9INE said about Frank White and Magoo. They could say who had ranking and who didn't. This is another question he was asked. Turn into the street lineup. Were there ranks? His answer, there was a Godfather, twins, 5-star general. 6IX9INE was asked who occupied the positions. He said Mel Murder was the Godfather. Right under was Shotty. Seiko Billy was a 5-star. And then the judge said, I'm looking for a stopping point. So they basically wrapped it up around here. Again, we skipped over a whole lot of what was going on, but this is some of the snitching in detail, exactly what was happening on the stand for 6IX9INE. And this is clearly, again, people out there, you already knew this was coming. You already knew that he was going to be telling, but this is as much telling as telling can be. Like, there is no more snitching, higher level of snitching than this. This is snitching at the core, at its finest. So anybody out there still trying to claim TEKASHI 6ix9ine is not a snitch, basically, you just look stupid, because this is what it is. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. I got some more detailed stuff we're going to go over. I got a good one coming up about Trippie Redd. Let me know what you think, though. I appreciate you. Make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure you subscribe. You ring the bell. Make sure you hit the like before you leave. Appreciate you, though, again. Peace.